Why were the Pilgrims depicted wearing a belt buckle on their hat?
I have no idea. I don't even know if that one's true or not. I have no idea.
Like, all right, I don't know how ridiculous it actually is, but it's absurd to me that anybody would wear a belt buckle on their hat. Belt buckle hat experts that happen to watch us, drop a comment. Tell me how I'm wrong, please, because I can't imagine putting a belt buckle on a hat.
Let's say that you bought a hat and it was too big. And you thought to yourself, what if I put a belt on this hat to make it fit my head?
But I don't think it like gripped the head itself, because that's even crazier. It was like almost shrinking like the top part of it.
You know the line you get on your forehead whenever you've been wearing a hat all day? Now imagine it with a belt tied to holding that hat tight on your head.
Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, a.k.a. Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest co-hosts in the building. Got my dog, DJ Doey Fresh.
Yo.
Got my dog, the great one, the bald one, Pucho.
What's going on, my brother?
Not much. And back from his sabbatical. Ugh. Wow, I can't believe I just fucked up sabbatical.
Back to the start, boys.
Back to the start.
Roll back.
Roll back. Roll Tide, roll. Can't say sabbatical because that's what I was going to say for your intro.
What's wrong with sabbatical?
No, because I said you was on a sabbatical last time. That's a joke.
Oh, I know. I heard that part.
Okay. Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, a.k.a. Tony. Here with some of my nearest and dearest and co-hosts in the building. Got my dog, DJ Doey Fresh.
What's up? What's up?
Also in the building, got my dog, the great one, the bald one, Pucho.
I didn't even know you were seriously restarting.
What?
I was joking. I didn't mean to actually go
I thought you was being dead ass. Also, the Texas one without a gun, Mateo, back from his sabbatical.
How's it going, bud? Are we going to keep the false start in?
I'm keeping them both.
You're keeping them both? Oh, great. I'm going to still cut it off on the timestamps, though. You would never know. Anyways, how y'all boys been? How you been, Mateo? It's been a week since we talked to you here.
I've been doing all right. I've got some thoughts on some of our topics from last week. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is kind of weak. I definitely agree with that. Although I love Yondu, so like, I got more Yondu in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, right? The movie that Tony was talking about was definitely the Flash movie with Michael Keaton, not Robert Pattinson. I don't think they've announced the next new Batman movie yet with him. And Doey's right. The Marvel movies are getting a little played out. Quantumania was weak. I did not enjoy Quantumania very much. But Guardians 3, solid movie. So good. Very emotional.
Every Spider-Man S tier because Sony.
No, the Spider-Man movies are definitely the best of the bunch. I think it's the chemistry of the kids, honestly. Even going back when we were doing like our Marvel rewatch and shit like that, I don't know that some of those movies hold up. I think the Captain America ones mostly do. I think some of the other ones are a little more iffy. I've never seen the Eternals. It looked dumb. It looked like that CGI garbage that Doey was complaining about.
Yeah, Eternals wasn't that good.
I've skipped that on so many Marvel movies at this point. I'm so not interested in Marvel, like the MCU as a whole. Mm-hmm. There are things that I watch, but for the most part, I just don't care at all.
Dang, I'm the only one that watches every single one, I guess.
Yeah, I never saw Eternals. I thought that the new Doctor Strange was all right. I like Sam Raimi though, so like the horror aspects they tossed into the movie, I ate that shit up. I love that.
Yeah, all Doughboy wants is Kat Dennings. That's it. He don't care about nothing else in that thing.
But I don't know how you. I think that you have a problem with Kang. I think that like a time travel villain is very hard to do well. I think that the best depiction they've done so far has been in Loki. Honestly.
Yeah, but Loki's not really. I don't know. I wouldn't classify him as a villain. Like, yeah, he does bad things, but
He's a lot more ambiguous in Loki. Maybe that's why he works a little bit better, because like in Quantumania, he is just the big bad. He is just the bad dude. There's not really any.
They're saying in Ant-Man, the new one, that I forgot his name, but he's a good villain, supposedly. I haven't even watched the movie yet, but I can't remember his name.
I think the actor is good. I think that the script of the new Ant-Man was just kind of weak in general.
Ant-Man was just a weak character.
I don't know. The first movie, love it. Absolutely love the first Ant-Man movie. It was goofy. It was like this heist movie. Like it was a nice little like break from it. I mean, they've got a problem with the Kang actor, right? Like he got arrested for domestic abuse charges or whatever the hell. I'm honestly surprised Marvel hasn't dropped him yet, but maybe they're waiting to see how it plays out.
If they got away with recasting the Incredible Hulk, and they recasted War Machine,
they'll recast him.
Who cares about Kang?
Yep.
Does he even look like himself?
He doesn't have to, not necessarily, right?
Like, you just change him, don't even acknowledge it.
A lot of the question comes into acting when you realize that these people are only filling shoes, and it's like, who's getting these credits? Like, who really? You know what I mean? Like, you're just playing as an actor. I don't know. I think determining acting skill, I think, is once you're behind the suit. I don't know. It loses me.
Are you guys?
Wait. Are you saying that you don't think that there can be good acting in certain genres of movies?
I think it's hard to do it.
I think Robin Williams as the genie, even though you never see him, he's hiding behind a cartoon. That shit is genius.
Facts.
But I think that.
I mean, there's certain ones, right? Like Iron Man. Could you imagine anyone else besides Robert Downey Jr. in that role at this point?
But that's what I was going to say. Some certain characters in movies are stuck with the people.
Say Nick Cage.
Nick Cage.
I'd watch that. I would watch the hell out of that. That would be so good.
The most disturbing thing I ever see online is those fucking pictures of Nicolas Cage where he's got the Superman makeup on. He was supposed to be in like that 2005 Superman reboot. Mm-hmm. He was going to be Superman for a while, and then they recast it, and it just looks horrible. I mean, that movie was already questionably bad, but this just looks atrocious. You're like, maybe I was going to say thank God he didn't do it, but the world may be a funnier place had he done it, you know?
I did watch Renfield recently, and it is not bad. It was pretty funny. That's the new Nick Cage one. He's playing Dracula.
Oh, I see. Okay. I'll have to check that one out.
It's goofy. It's pretty good.
But yeah, I definitely think certain characters are locked to certain actors or actresses. Like, I don't think anyone could play a different Iron Man. I don't think no one could be a different Spider.
Look at what happens to 007. 007 has constantly changed. Doctor Who.
Well, because
there have been some iconic 007s. I mean, Sean Connery was 007, right?
For a long time.
Right? And it's like they changed him, obviously. And then you had Pierce Brosnan. Pierce, right? At least for us, when we grew up, that was our 007.
Yep.
And the idea that they could recast him sounded nuts, but it's also like, I didn't really know the history like of them just constantly changing the actors at that time. But yeah, then they recast him to Daniel Craig, who some people dislike. His movies are some of the best 007
I love his 007 movies.
Honestly, I'm so glad he's done with 007 now, just because like his work in what is it, Glass Onion, and what was the one before that? The Whodunit movies that he did. Knives Out. Man, so good. So damn good.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, he does make a good.
Remember when they said Idris Elba couldn't be 007?
Yeah, there was a backlash when they were like, "Hey, Idris Elba might be the next 007." Well, 007's not black.
How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you?
What is Idris Elba up to?
I think he's still doing DJing.
What? What?
I was at the bar the other day and I saw a movie with Idris Elba. I think it was the Megalodon movie. It was so bad. It was so bad.
Dude.
Yeah.
Though that movie is bad, but it is so bad that it's good.
Yeah.
I unironically love that movie.
We were all watching it at the bar. It was like our entertainment. We loved it.
The Meg is so much better than it has any right to be.
There's the Meg 2's coming out.
Yeah, I was gonna say the new one's coming out, and it looks goofy. It looks so goofy.
It's not definitely like a serious movie. That's the thing. People get confused when they have good actors in movies. Like, oh, it's got to be serious. But when you find out it's not,
it looks like this movie's cut for American audiences and Asian audiences because there's a good amount like of mix. And I'm like, I was like, this looks like it's cut for both.
Yeah, it was definitely developed with a lot of like Chinese money and Chinese government money probably, and you can kind of always tell whenever a movie has different backings like that. It looks like he made a Luther movie. I never watched Luther. I heard it was good.
Luther, yeah.
Is Luther good?
Yeah, I like it. But like then again, everybody has different tastes.
It's like a Sherlock Holmes thing, right?
Kinda, yeah, right?
Not an actual Sherlock something, but it's like a detective thing. What the hell is happening to Tony?
I don't know. Tony's dying over there.
He's not doing good.
Let's not even get into the pre-pod talk. I was about to make some claims.
We can mention all the pre-pod talks. I'm fine with it.
Booch, what a shame that they wasted Idris Elba on that shitty Dark Tower movie. That is not the Dark Tower experience I wanted in my life.
People were mad that he played Roland. Roland is a white man with blue eyes. They talk about his blue eyes. They do talk about his blue eyes quite a bit in the book.
They do.
Give the black man some blue eyes. Screw it.
What the fuck?
It's a fantasy.
Yeah,
the book opens with ghouls and warding off spirits with the pistol.
Dude, there's an entire paragraph where they talk about how he can reload faster than you can even see. Give him blue eyes.
The black man with blue eyes. That's where all reality goes out of the window.
I mean, if you read a book, right, don't you want it to stick to as close as it can to the characters that you fall in love with?
If it's important, like if they had turned him from the gunslinger into like, I don't know, he threw shurikens at people, like that'd be a pretty big change. But like changing his race, it doesn't feel like it's that important, honestly, in that particular story.
Yeah,
I have a hard time thinking like it would have to be like a period piece where like the race of the individuals actually mattered. Like if there was some movie about like, I don't know, to like Native American culture or something like that, and you had a completely different looking group of people claiming to be Native Americans, it would be jarring. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't think race is that important unless it's important to the story. Then I think it's fair game to change.
Like the people
I'm not
that are
one
mad
of those
about
people that are mad that like Scarlett Johansson played a Japanese cyborg. It's like I don't care.
Oh
Wait up, Booch. We need to build up our search engine optimization. It's like the people that are mad about the Little Mermaid and having the Black Mermaid now, because I think that one just released, so we can toss that into the tags. Boom.
Yeah. And actually, I can't speak to the quality of the movie. Just watching the trailer, I was like, oh, this is cool. They made the Little Mermaid black, and then they set. It seems the people were talking kind of with like a very Caribbean accent, like they could be Jamaican or Bahamian or like Haitian. It wasn't clear to me, and I was like, yeah. And those are really the group of people that have a lot of lore when it comes to mermaids. I'm like, that's kind of cool. They changed their race and they somehow incorporated something that made the story believable to me. I was like, all right, sweet.
There was
that's red.
There was a Twitter post about it. They were like, she can't be the mermaid. Her eyes were too separated. And they like took a screenshot of a trailer, and it looked weird. I think they messed with it though. But her eye, like between her eyes, are so far apart. They're like, she don't even da 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 da. And then someone posted out the comment, well, how do you know what a mermaid looks like? And it was just like it derailed the whole entire thing. People were just like, yeah, what the fuck is this guy talking about? It was funny. But yeah, I don't know why people still get held up on like, oh, it's not a white, black, it's just black or white. It's like, but who cares? It's a movie, bro. Shit changes throughout the course of time. You people out there really got to get over that stupid shit. 100%.
The weird part is the people that ran the Little Mermaid trailer through an AI to create a white Ariel, and they're like, "We fixed the Little Mermaid."
That's wild.
It looked good too.
Didn't a Cleopatra show just do fucking terribly, like on Netflix or something like? It's one of the worst Netflix releases ever.
Yes. Yeah. It's Jada Pinkett Smith, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of backlash about the Cleopatra stuff.
I didn't know about this.
A lot of people just assume that if you're from the continent of Africa, that you are black. But there's a lot of races that come from Africa. And even going further, I don't even think I think historically Cleopatra, I know she's like at least half Greek. She might be full Greek. And she just, the Greeks controlled like a part of Egypt for a period of time. And so she was the leader of that area. So there's like a lot of like, people view Cleopatra as some kind of like black queen or something like that. And it's like, she's probably a white lady. And so now the show came out, and not only is a black person playing Cleopatra, which is automatically going to have backlash because it's like a historical figure. That's not even the part that's a big, like a problem in my eyes. It's more like the claims history isn't telling you the truth about Cleopatra. And they're like kind of trying to like rewrite history to say this is how it really was. And a lot of people, and I don't know anything about history, I'm one of the worst people when it comes to history, but a lot of people are saying that there's a lot of historical inaccuracies, and that's been like the major backlash around that show. I don't really know the truth of any of it, to be honest. But.
Same. I've seen the same comments though, like on Reddit and Twitter and whatnot, where it's these allegedly academics kind of be like, there's not a lot of historical proof that Cleopatra was black. There's more proof showing she was something else.
But I read this Reddit post by a historian also saying that the people claiming that she's actually Greek also don't know what the hell they're talking about, that her origins are actually more unclear than people say. Them making the claims of history has been lying to you and blah, blah, blah. They're also making a bullshit claim. But like the people that are like, this is bullshit, she was definitely Greek, like they're also making a claim that is not founded in historical texts, I should say.
It's funny because like they act like people from Greek can't be black or have darker skin. Like it's weird. Like
I mean, I think at that time, if
the royalty
you're
in
pretty
particular,
white, you're pretty and she's not just like a random Greek person. She's like a descendant of like the king bloodline or something like that. Of Macedonia, I think that
sounds right. I'm also
or some shit like that. So it's not. Yeah, the only people that were like of darker complexion in Greece were like slaves or like captured people, which would be slaves.
Look, listeners, we're products of the Texas and Florida public school system. Some of our world history is a little bit lacking.
Yeah. Growing up, in history class, some chick will always be like, "Oh, Thanksgiving's a lie all the time," and it used to piss the teacher off, bro. Lo and behold, she had some type of someone around there. He used to get mad. I'm teaching the class. You want to teach? You go to school, get your education, be a teacher. Da, 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 da. I'm like, and at the time, I didn't know what to think, and then come to find out, she was right.
Yeah, I'd really like to go back into the past and really internalize what they were teaching us. Because, like, I have the perception that the Pilgrims and the Native Americans, they got together and they shared some turkey.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then as the years went on, it was like, they didn't even eat turkey. It's BS. And then it's like, actually, these people hated each other. And the Pilgrims killed a bunch of Native Americans. And then I'm like, all right. What? And I'm trying to remember what was I even taught in the beginning? I can't really remember. Like all my memories are just like so different. don't
Well,
know.
the first thing you were taught is to put your hand on the paper, and then you trace it, and you make the little turkey.
Hand turkey.
Oh, gobble gobble turkey.
Hand turkey.
Glue some actual feathers to
I
it.
know some Mayflower. I'm thinking some Mayflowers, some shit like that.
The name of the boat?
Yeah,
Is that what it was, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, they
The
just,
cradle of civilization.
We were also told that the Pilgrims came here to escape like religious prosecution, but apparently the Pilgrims were kind of like these hardcore like religious extremists. Basically, they left the country because they were being dicks.
Nobody wanted them.
damn, harsh.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but I don't know. I think the
Also,
school
why
system-
were the Pilgrims depicted wearing a belt buckle on their hat?
I have no idea. I don't even know if that one's true or not. I have no idea.
Like, all right, I don't
Had
know
a
how
belt
ridiculous
buckle?
it actually is, but it's absurd to me that anybody would wear a belt buckle on their hat. Belt buckle hat experts that happen to watch us, drop a comment. Tell me how I'm wrong, please, because I can't imagine putting a belt buckle on a hat.
What about this situation, Pooch? Let's say that you bought a hat and it was too big. And you thought to yourself, what if I put a belt on this hat to make it fit my head?
But I don't think it like gripped the head itself, because that's even crazier. It was like almost shrinking like the top part of it. It's like I don't know. I don't know the usefulness of the hat belt.
You know that line you get, the line you get on your forehead whenever you've been wearing a hat all day? Now imagine it with a belt tied to holding that hat tight on your head.
So it's be like slowly deforming your cranium. It'd be ridiculous.
might have been some type of tool to hold it down while they're riding the horses full speed, chasing Indians and stuff or whatever. Never know. I don't remember that at all, though. Belt buckle on the hat. That's crazy. I don't remember that.
Come on, the pilgrim hat with the little belt and then like the gold little rectangular. That's just a staple. Them religious freedom people that came across on that boat, they were all about the hat buckle. All right.
Doey told me that everything he knows about Thanksgiving he learned from the South Park episode with the pilgrim that shows up.
Yep. Everything I know comes from South Park.
Anyways,